question. When you learned that she was pregnant, did you take that information and pass it along to somebody else? All right.
Yes.
Trying to say what somebody else told you. Let me ask you this question. When you learned that she was pregnant, did you take that information and pass it along to somebody else?
I asked Johnathan. I
Who did you
shared
tell?
with her mom. I told her father. She did.
Is that your son? That was my next question.
Yes.
Did you specifically tell IS to tell her mother?
Yes. I asked
Did you learn later that she did?
Shared with her mom.
All right, that was
and
my next
she did.
Okay, that was my next question. Did you specifically tell IS to tell her mother?
Yes.
Right. Did you learn later that she did?
Yes.
Okay. Did it surface in the family in that November time period to the rest of the family that she was now pregnant?
Yes.
Now, with respect to that cell phone account, did you continue to monitor the monthly statement and or monthly charges even after she went missing?
Yes.
Did you monitor that account all the way up until approximately a year ago from today?
No.
Tell me about how long you monitored that cell phone account after she went missing.
I think till January.
Of what year?
2019.
Okay, all the way back to that time period. Mm-hmm. Was there anything that you ever saw on the cell phone account that indicated there were charges being made on that phone, transactions being made in that phone calls being made in that phone, anything of that nature?
No.
I'll be the biggest smile all the time, because that's just what I used to be, and then I lost it.
Miss Ware, did you ever, after she left your home in early July of 2018, did you ever see IS again with your eyes?
No.
After December 19 of 2018, have you ever spoken to her again?
No.
Ever received any kind of letter or any communication whatsoever from her again?
No.
She ever text you or somehow try to contact you, DM you, direct message, any social media, any way whatsoever, try to reach out to you in any manner or any capacity at all?
No. No.
One moment, Your Honor. Ma'am, prior to us pulling the records, would you happen to recall what phone number your granddaughter's number was on that Verizon account?
I don't know it by heart.
Okay, if you saw it, would you be able to say, yes, that's her number? We're going to pull it up in 1 second. We're now showing you and placing in front of you, ma'am, State's Exhibit 27.
Just had it a second ago. Okay. Go on. And the number is down here. So show her that one. And I can show her. Wrong one. So many things open. And then go to call details. It's not on that one. I know. I just had it up too. it is right there.
Take the
9293. It's right there.
search off of the jurors.
Stay, do you mind unpublishing?
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, Your Honor, it's up the page that we're after.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you see that on your screen? Did that come up on your screen? Do you see what we're all looking at?
Yes.
If you look at the bottom left-hand corner, and I'm going to read out 10 digits to you, 904-293-5139. Does that sound familiar to you, ma'am?
Yes.
Is that the phone number for your granddaughter on that Verizon account?
Yes.
And at the top left on line 2, do you see your name attributed to this account, Miss Nancy Ware,
Yes.
under the letters C and D?
Yes.
I'd help refresh your memory with respect to your granddaughter's phone number.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further.
Defense.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'll wait till Mr. Skinner is seated. No, you're fine. All right, ma'am, I just wanted to start by asking you, I know that you gave some testimony on direct examination, so I just want to follow up on a couple of things. As far as you can remember, IS told you first that she was pregnant, correct?
Yes.
And you recall informing her that she should tell her mother.
Yes.
Okay. You yourself, you don't remember being the one to tell Kimberly Mobley that IS was pregnant?
No.
Okay. You did, however, tell your son.
Yes.
Did at any point IS indicate to you who the father may be?
No.
Did she ever eliminate anybody and say, I know for sure it's not this person or anything like that to you? Did she ever tell you that her father, the father of her unborn child was Johnathan?
Roofers are furious about this new product that's going viral. Replace your whole roof in as little as 8 hours, and right now,
What's that? You guys actually had just making sure you let everybody after she fled, still wants to
Y'all don't have any more character witness.
I'm going to need it.
You just want to do it over here instead of over there, right?
afternoon, Dan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Title. What does a subpoena specialist 3 do at Navy Federal Credit?
Subpoena Specialist 3 pretty much process subpoenas, income subpoenas that are served on Navy Federal. We also pull telephone calls, and also video, along with records.
Thank you, ma'am. This afternoon, I'd like to focus on some records that are affiliated with Navy Federal Credit Union, your employer. Can you tell our jury how long you've worked for Navy Federal Credit Union?
I've been working with the Navy Federal Credit Union for 20 years now.
How long have you been as specialist number 3 in your current capacity?
I just got a promotion last month, but other than that, I was a Subpoena Specialist 1, and then got promoted to Subpoena Specialist 2, and then recently a month ago to a Subpoena Specialist 3.
In your capacity as a records custodian for the Navy Federal Credit Union, how often have you testified in court?
10 times or more.
Did you receive a subpoena in the case of the state of Florida versus Johnathan, Quiles, the case you're here for?
Yes, sir.
Did you travel down here to testify?
Yes, sir.
And where did you travel from?
Washington, D.C.
Can you give the jury an idea of what a records custodian is at Navy Federal Credit Union?
The records of custodian of records is pretty much like someone who analyzes a subpoena, and we pretty much make sure that we retain records for whatever time span that the subpoena is requesting information for. Once we have all of
is a metabolism killer. This and even this is a metabolism.
Let's see where AAA can take us. Let's go get stuck in the sand. Let's go sleep under the stars. Let's go for dinner and a show. No kids. And let's go stay at a hotel for less. Okay, let's bring the kids. But first, let's get this fixed.
With 24/7 roadside assistance, trip planning, hotel discounts, and more, you're always ready to go. AAA, your membership to go.
Yes. I've known him a long time.
posted on 12/17 on 3 separate days. Dash debit 7252 transaction date 12/16. Circle K Jackson, Florida. Will you describe that line for us, please, ma'am?
Yes. That transaction occurred on December the 16th, 2018 for the amount of $1.09, which posted to the account on December the 17th, 2018.
Ma'am, so if I hear you correctly,
It's probably A.
12/16 date actual transaction.
That's correct.
12/17, the date that transaction posts at the bank record.
Sure.
That's correct.
Now moving down to line 2, does that mean, for example, in line 2, the posting date is December 17th of 18, yet the actual transaction at Dollar General was on December 14th of 2018?
That's
Probably A.
Will you take us to a Wendy's entry, ma'am, about right halfway down to the second posting date of December 19 of 2018? Will you explain to our jury what that transaction is about and when it occurred, please?
Yes. That POS debit transaction is when the member utilized the debit card on December the 13th, 2018 for the amount.
The court come to that microphone if that is acceptable to the court?
Sure.
Okay.
Of $2.13. However, the transaction didn't post until
The first person that, I'm sorry, Mr. Fleming needs to.
And we need him.
December the 19th.
All right. So, ma'am, we see that 6 days between when the actual transaction occurred to the posting date. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Is that
And we need him.
unusual, or is that something that normally happens? With respect to bank posting?
No, that's perfectly normal.
Is there any doubt in your mind, ma'am, that Wendy's transaction occurred on 12/13 of 2018?
No, that's the date that it actually occurred.
Now, ma'am, moving down this record, I want to ask you, there appears to be some recurring charges. Will you explain, starting in line 1224, I see there's 3 of those posting dates. Will you explain, for example, what those 3 PayPal amounts seem to be according to your review of these records?
Yes, these type of transactions are pretty much something that the member had set up with PayPal to have come out of the account during certain time span of the month.
Are these automatic deductions?
Yes.
Regarding the second entry on December 31st of 2018, we see what appears to be an Apple Tunes transaction. Can you describe that as well?
Yes, that's another transaction that came out of the member's account for $2.99. The transaction took place on December the 30th, but didn't clear the account until December the 31st.
And the last Apple Tunes, I think it's at the very bottom, next to last line, is that also a recurring automatically charge to this account?
Yes, sir, it is.
And with that automatic recurring charge and that second one taking place on January 6th of 2019?
Yes, sir, but didn't clear the account until January the 7th.
Very much. Finally, the ending 3 deposits that appear to be made by one Nancy Ware on December 9th.
I've known
December
Corey
31,
Fleming
and then the
since he
next
first
month
started practicing law.
Yes.
However, I've known his family.
On December the 19th, it appears to be an internal transfer from a checking account of Miss Nancy Ware for the amount of $25. On December the 21st, there was another internal transfer from Miss Nancy Ware for the amount of, it looks like,
However, I've known his family. It was a remarkable.
and then another one for on January the 2nd, internal transfer from Miss Nancy Ware for the amount of $25.
I remember.
And could those be set up by the account owner, for example, here, Nancy Ware, to be done automatically?
No, sir, that's something that has to be generated by that member because Miss Nancy Ware is only.
I admit that he had dishonored his friend. I've never seen a man, his profession, empty
because
himself.
Those are something that's for PayPal. That's for the amount of the dollar amount.
He admitted to his behavior. A little over a month, no, a little less than a month. The proceeding was on 15 placed in him. A little less. He admitted that he had disgraced his family.
Yes, ma'am.
He admitted that he had dishonored his friends, his profession. I've heard a lot of negative stuff about Corey Fleming.
No,
that's the Corey I saw. His family, a little over a month, no, a little less. His conduct that brought him in front of you today. They didn't support it in front of you. Stuff about Corey Fleming.
No, I
don't. They realized that there's no one here. His family, a little piece of scripture. Anybody found in the 51st Psalm to support Corey, which is David's great supports his conduct and Nathan that brought him in front of you today. His great sin. They didn't support it in front of Judge Gergel on the broken and contrite heart.
And then I also have the posting date
will not. They realize
when the funds came out of the account.
After Nathan brought in his, you will not, because we see a goodness in Corey.
Coming out for
we cannot
$2.99,
Corey's
$3.99,
but it's coming
and then
to fruition.
PayPal
$1.99, do embrace.
And then
There's been a real discussion about
$1.92 and another
sinners broken
transaction.
and contracts, rightly so. And that Corey is committed.
Automatic deductions because of the amount.
But I'm reminded that human nature and human
I'm
behavior
saying this because it looks like something that comes out of the member's account
well,
on a
what is the most
basis.
powerful vehicle to human change? To what purpose would we do that? It's adversity. Why would we do something like that? We don't.
That would be something that I would have to review
grow
for
up
the prior
healthy
months in order to see as
by
far
giving them
as
cream and ice cream all the time.
as far as the
Cake and
same
ice cream all
total,
the time.
because it depends.
That has
Sometimes the
been
month
pleased
report can
subject
be
them to
different
adversity.
than a current
Now, this
amount.
adversity is brought on by Corey, but it's coming to fruition. I wonder how many of us can claim. There's been a lot of discussion. Our conduct has been so sentencing and so innocent. The bad acts, we haven't had the chance to grow up through adversity. No.
Yes.
So you looked at not just
we
this
can't
month, but
excuse,
months prior.
justify, or defend the events.
The records were
that brings Corey
provided
in front of
back
you
in
today. Rightly
2018.
so.
I'd be more than
We're not
happy
gonna
to
Corey
review
is
the
committed.
records that I provided to
We're
make
gonna
that
actively
determination.
participate.
Understood.
But I'm
So
reminded restoration in this community, human nature and human behavior, his healing.
Look at the prior
can
records.
change.
No, I did not.
And through that, I hope, well,
trying to
what
make
is the
clear
most
that
powerful
some
vehicle to
You
human
did not
change
go
through
through
this
those
period of
those
adversity?
those
It's adversity in
transactions
Corey's
happened
life. It's
the
struggle.
month
He
prior
will
or the
grow.
month prior to that.
As of
Change
today,
forever.
because I
Our
have not
kids
seen the
that
records since
grow up healthy.
2018.
Thank you for the
But
opportunity.
however,
By
looking
giving
at
them cream
the
and ice
dollar
cream all
amount
the
for the
time, cake and
transactions,
ice cream all
they
the
look
time.
like they appear to be
We
monthly
subject them to
transactions that's being
adversity.
taken
Now,
out of
this
the member's
adversity is brought on
account.
by Corey himself. I wonder how many of us can claim that our conduct has been so
Without
pure,
seeing the previous
so
statements,
innocent,
because I haven't
that
looked
we
at
haven't
I met
had a
Corey and
chance to
Eve
grow up
in
through
1998 when I moved to Beaufort.
No,
I needed a
can't
job,
excuse,
and I was
justify,
a young
or defend
paralegal at the time,
events
and I began
that
to work
brings
for
Corey
Corey
in
as
front of you
paralegal.
today.
And I did so for 2.5
Not
years.
gonna leave you.
Corey was a relatively new
Because of the
attorney,
dollar
and like I
amount.
said, I was a new
They're the
paralegal.
same.
But
Restoration
through working
in this community,
together,
his recovery,
and Corey still
his
reminds
healing.
me of this today,
And through that, I hope
we learned a lot
that the
from
court
each
will
other.
find some assurance
We had a
that through
positive and
this
open
period of
working
adversity,
relationship where he treated me like a colleague and not just his paralegal or someone
Correct,
who
but
worked
they
for
do,
him.
they do appear
I
to
worked
be
with him.
monthly.
in Corey's life.
Corey always treated
He
me
will
and his clients with
change
respect,
forever.
compassion, and kindness.
first month, the 10th?
I have
Without
witnessed
seeing a
many
previous
times
statement.
For the
firsthand
better.
the love
I
and
thank you for the
devotion that Corey
opportunity
has for his
appearing
wife,
before you.
Eve,
Yes.
his children, his parents, his extended
behalf of my
family,
friend,
and
Corey
his
Fleming.
friends. One evening during a dark and desperate time in my life, and Corey probably doesn't even remember that he did this for me. Front door of Corey and Eve's home. When Corey opened that door, he saw me not just as his paralegal, but a friend in need. Neither one hesitated to let me in that door and give me a shoulder to cry on. I'm here today as a supporter of Corey. Being a supporter of Corey does not mean that I don't understand that he made bad choices, because I do understand. And being a supporter of Corey does not make me a victim of anything. I am proud to stand here today.